Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to BSV TV. I'm your host Satoshi, and on this show we'll be defending the one and only, truly genuine Bitcoin. The Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto designed in his white paper as a peer-to-peer electronic cash system for the world. Let's get the disclaimers out of the way. So all the statements that you hear on this show are opinion and must only ever be taken as opinion. They are never to be taken as any form of advice, family, financial, sexual or otherwise. And on that note, let's sit back, relax, have some fun and enjoy the show. Get paid for your content in Bitcoin and set your own fee on Streamanity.
Yeah, I'm not surprised I wasn't asked why I'm convinced Craig is Satoshi. I posted on Reddit. He signed in my presence using the private key from block number one, the very first mined Bitcoin block. On a computer that I'm convinced had not been tampered with, on software I'm convinced that had not been tampered with, a message of my choosing.
At Enchain, we've just funded a number of universities doing, so far, a test up to 1 gigabyte because it validates what we've already done independently. We've tested up to 380 gigabyte blocks. We've tested 1 million transactions a second and transaction sizes up to 20 megabytes. Super complex scripts. Basically ones that can run operating systems. That's all of global commerce times about 50. On top of that, we can have complex scripts. On top of that, we can scale each of those transactions 1,000 times, which effectively means about 1 billion transactions per second, which means we can then have all derivatives, all complex trades. That means high frequency trading. It means everything that happens globally.
Is the market that effectively BSV is going for, is that global e-commerce, which is currently valued at $29 trillion?
No, that's too small.
Buy and sell Bitcoin instantly at bsvgravity.com. And you can now book and pay for your winter holiday at skibsv.com. Alrighty people, it looks like we are live. Welcome to Satoshi TV, aka Bitcoin SV TV, aka It's Just Bitcoin. Today's day is Wednesday the 28th of July 2021. Let's big on and get straight into these articles. So we'll start off with this one. This one sounds, well yeah, I mean it's just funny. Shitcoiners shitting on each other. Look at this. An article by abc.net.au. So it says here, crypto influencer Nuggets News CEO Alex Saunders accused of not yet being able to repay followers. If you ask me, he's been trading, he's lost the majority of his Bitcoin, and now he's trying to scam people. We already saw him asking for money from Richard Hart. You know, he probably didn't mind asking Richard Hart for money because he knows that Richard Hart is an absolute scammer as well. But let's get into this story and see what this is all about. So, published just 21 hours ago. So it says, an Australian cryptocurrency influencer has been accused of not yet being able to repay significant sums of money in digital currencies. I mean, what are people doing giving him money anyway? Launceston-based Alex Saunders, I guess that's in Tasmania, I think, is the founder and CEO of Nuggets News, which has 140,000 subscribers on YouTube, not to be sniffed at, and also provides a fee-based service. I bet that's absolute crap. The company, which was founded in 2017, bull run, by Mrs. Saunders, promotes itself as a digital media channel that delivers unfiltered coverage of the latest developments in cryptocurrency, housing, precious metals, commodities, stocks, and other financial markets. Again, you know, he'll be probably promoting himself as some kind of guru just because he got lucky buying Coolcoin. He has no understanding of what Bitcoin is because he still doesn't. It's blatantly obvious that he doesn't understand the SegWit protocol, which is what BTC represents, which is absolutely and utterly, fundamentally worthless. And because it's centrally controlled by Blockstream, which makes it a security offering. Allegations Mr. Saunders owes people money have been plastered all over Twitter after US crypto influencer Richard Hart, there we go, last week posted a series of screenshots that appeared to show the Nuggets News founder asking him for money. A quote here, he said, "I drive a Subaru hatchback, but I'm the richest guy in Tasmania." Oh, he's in Tasmania. said one message allegedly sent to Richard Hart from Alex Saunders. In messages seen by ABC, Mr. Saunders asks people to invest in a so far unrealised crypto project called Decentral Bank, or Decentral Bank. That sounds like an absolute scam right from the get-go. Unbelievable. All buzzwords, Decentral Bank, whatever. Several developers Mr. Saunders named as being linked to DCB in messages and audio recordings have since been posted on Twitter, have issued public statements stating they are not involved in the project. One of those named was technologist Jamie Skeller, who provided messages from April in which Mr. Saunders asked him if he knew of a whale lender who would invest in this CBD project, a DCB project. He also asked me to be the project lead, but nothing ever materialised, Skeller said. Another tech company mentioned Mr. Saunders, Block 8, said it was not involved in DCB and was currently seeking legal advice regarding Mr. Saunders' claims. The ABC has also spoken to 5 people in countries including Australia, the UK and New Zealand, who said they are each owed significant sums of money. At least one said he has engaged a lawyer. In one message exchange, Mr. Saunders appeared to ask a follower to send Ethereum to an electronic wallet. Another message seen by the ABC follows that a different person who allegedly loaned Mr. Saunders money transferred Ethereum to the same electronic wallet. He said to I'm gutted, one of Mr. Saunders' followers told ABC. An overseas hedge fund manager the ABC spoke to said he sent Mr. Saunders Bitcoin in January, which has not yet been paid back. Screenshots show what appeared to be Mr. Saunders asking the hedge fund manager for Bitcoin on 2 separate occasions. Quotes here, sorry to put this on you, mate, but I feel like I could trust you. I'd 10x my FTX account. They got then got greedy, said the message allegedly sent from Mr. Saunders. So it sounds like he's lost it. Sorry to put you on this, mate, but I felt like I could trust you. I'd 10x my FTX account, then got greedy. So then got greedy as in like you lost the effing lot. Oh dear, said the message allegedly sent from Mr. Saunders. In response to the claims on Twitter, cryptocurrency exchange FTX said it had escalated the matter internally. Twitter user BitBoy Crypto, who also uses the name Ben Armstrong, said he loaned Mr. Saunders 5 Bitcoin. I mean, that's quite a lot these days. Good grief, like $40,000 each. What's that? 200 grand? Good grief. Mr. Saunders said in a message shared that he intends to pay everyone back. Yeah, intentions are completely different to actually being able to do so. He has also indicated that he has entered into a repayment plan with those who he owes money to. He owes money. He's been trading and he's lost the effing lot. I worked out from what he was saying. I think because he got into Bitcoin earlier, I think he bought BTC. I think he probably had about 500 BTC. That's a lot of money, and he's lost the effing lot. Got greedy. What an absolute fool. Again, because he's doing all these trading shows thinking that he's Johnny Big Balls, and he's gone and lost the lot. What a fool. As we know from statistics, 80% of traders lose money. Absolute fools. Mr. Saunders said in a message he shared that he intends to pay everyone back. He has also indicated that he has entered into repayment plans with those he owes money to. A message exchange from April this year appeared to show Mr. Saunders explaining he had been ripped 20 BTC, that's a cool coin, lending to a friend of a friend. So he's lost 20 BTC. That's a massive amount. 20 times 40,000. Oh my god, that's almost like a million. Let's try that. Let's just work this out quickly. Hold on one sec. Get a calculator on my phone. 40 grand times 20, $800,000. Good grief. The worst thing is that my big out to fix this all up is this project that I've been working on, which is an absolute belter. He told another follower in a record audio message posted online. He's just trying to steal money from people. This is outrageous. Let's say we were to do a coin launch tomorrow. Again, shitcoin launch, complete exit scam. I could be sitting on millions of dollars, tens of millions. Again, so he's already bragging about doing an exit scam and sitting on other people's money. It's outrageous. If we can sort of get this out, I can pay everybody off. So he's basically trying to scam people to pay off other people that he owes. It's outrageous, absolutely outrageous. Former colleagues distanced themselves from Alex Saunders. Yeah, too right. The allegations have prompted those once associated with Mr. Saunders to make public statements. Collective Shift Managing Director Ben Simpson, who previously worked with Mr. Saunders, issued a video update on Sunday to members. In the video, Mr. Simpson said he had confronted Mr. Saunders about the public allegations against him. He looked at me straight in the eye and said, "Don't worry about, there is a couple of people I owe money. I'm on repayment plans. Don't worry about it," Mr. Simpson said in the video. Good grief. In a separate statement to the ABC, Mr. Simpson said Mr. Saunders was not a shareholder in Collective Shift and was no longer a content contributor. Collective Shift is an independent entity and has no involvement with any projects undertaken by Alex Saunders. Mr. Saunders has not responded to the ABC's questions about the allegations. The peak blockchain industry body, Blockchain Australia, confirmed it was aware of the claims and had been in contact with Mr. Saunders. We have contacted Mr. Saunders and have been advised that claims are being handled by his legal representative, the statement said. We have formally requested that Mr. Saunders respond to allegations. Mr. Saunders was a board member of Blockchain Australia in 2019. Can you believe it? Like a board member of Blockchain Australia, and he's ripping people off, scamming people. It's absolutely outrageous. You know, shitcoiners, shit for brains. There's nothing more to say on the matter. Absolutely outrageous. Outrageous. Good grief. So let's get on to some bits and pieces here. Look at this. Look at this. What was that, Tony Vase, about Coolcoin being unconfiscatable? Oh, what's the title here? Brazilian police seize $33 million in digital currency money laundering probe. So how are they able to seize it if it's unconfiscatable? Bit of a contradiction there, wouldn't you say? So authorities in Brazil have seized over $33 million in digital currency money laundering investigation involving more than a dozen fictitious companies. The police have been probing the money laundering ring for some time now and claim that even the digital currency exchanges were in on the crime. Good grief. Brazilian civil police announced the seizure of 172 million, which is $33.3 million. In an official statement from two individuals, and 17 legal entities. According to the police, the seizure was the successful conclusion of operating exchange covering 6 warrants in Diadema, Sao Paulo. The police obtained the court orders and warrants following investigations related to brokerages that facilitated the purchase and sale of digital currencies to fictitious companies that served as a backdoor to the financial system. Preliminary investigations showed that the bogus companies would transact large amounts amongst themselves to give the show of legitimacy. They would then transfer the funds to the brokers and exchanges and swap for digital currencies. One of the exchanges has a history of dealing most exclusively with the bogus companies, the police alleged. In a 5-month period, the exchange traded $1.93 million in digital currencies with at least 6 fictitious companies. It looks also maybe to show that 8 other companies acquired $2.9 million in digital currencies at the time. The police said the involved exchanges knowingly facilitating money laundering, claiming that the platforms were reaping huge profits from the trade. Quote here, it is believed that the investigation brokerages, which do not carry out a minimum verification of the legitimacy of the institutions with whom they trade, nor the origin of the transacted values, use the black market to obtain profit and give a lawful aspect to the money received. Operating consciously in favour of criminal organisation aimed at laundering money through cryptocurrencies, according to the police statement. Brazil has a history of the use of digital currencies in criminal activities, with quite a number being thwarted by authorities. They have ranged from similar digital currency related money laundering to outright investment scams and drug trafficking ties. In their biggest case yet, the police arrested Claudio Oliveira, better known as Bitcoin King, for allegedly embezzling $300 million from digital currency investors. Oliveira was the founder of the Bitcoin Banco Group, a company that police accuse of embezzlement, bankruptcy crimes, money laundering, and more. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Well, again, shitcoiners shitting on each other, it's only going to get worse. As the money, and they just can't, they're so short-sighted. I'm livid reading this absolute crap that people get up to. It's unbelievable. This generally doesn't actually go on in Bitcoin, because people actually in BSV are pretty intelligent. They realise that criminality is just short-minded and absolutely insane. Gets you nowhere but a short track pass to prison. Ridiculous. So let's see what this one was. Bitmart Exchange asked New York court to prevent asset transfers associated with BSV reorg attack. Alright, let's see what this is all about then. GBM Global Holdings, the parent company of the Bitmart digital currency exchange, is petitioning a New York court for a restraining order preventing those responsible from the recent attacks on Bitcoin SVs from transferring their fraudulently obtained coins from the wallets currently holding them. Interesting. Let's see what they did then. The filings are heavily redacted, in large part to prevent what GBM calls trade secrets, things like deposit confirmation processes and the dollar amount lost by the exchange in making affected customers whole. Because of this, the specifics of what GBM knows about the attacks and how they know are tough to piece together. For example, though the lawsuit provides what seems to be a lengthy list of defendants, the list itself is redacted. It can be deducted from the rest of the filing that the defendants are registered users of the Bitmart exchange, and GBM believes that they are based in China. It is not clear how much identity information Bitmart has for each defendant. The filing says the following: the July attack on BSV, which saw malicious double spending of fake BSV tokens, hackers were able to defraud at least 43 Bitmart customers and potentially those of other exchanges by exchanging the fraudulent BSV for other assets on the platform. According to the filing, Bitmart discovered that the hackers were attempting to do on the 9th of July, at which point it identified and froze 92 affected customer accounts. However, some amount of fraudulently obtained assets were successfully transferred to other exchanges, including Binance, surprise surprise, Huobi, surprise surprise, and OKX, would you believe it? GBM is primarily looking for a preliminary injunction against both the defendant hackers and the third-party exchanges the stolen assets have been transferred to, pending the outcome of arbitration. They are also seeking permission to serve the defendants via email, something the defendants would have agreed to in Bitmart's terms of service. According to a letter sent to the court by the plaintiff's attorney, quotes here, the proposed order purpose is to inform the third-party exchanges of the court's restraint of defendants' assets and not theirs. Indeed, it does not prohibit the third parties from doing anything, but rather asks them for a freeze of defendants' assets to aid petitioner in preventing further dissipation by defendants. A preliminary injunction. This requires the requesting party to show the relief is necessary in order to avoid irreparable harm, the filing argues. Said here, here the defendants are foreign, impossible to identify hackers' intent on fraud. There is almost no likelihood that they would pay a damage award. Short of receiving an injunction of already identified fraud-begotten cryptocurrency, there is no way for petitioner to secure unlimited ultimate recovery. Bitmart has told the court they have reached out to all the exchanges which have received the stolen assets, but given how time-sensitive the facts at issue are, an expeditious granting of the injunction is likely their best hope of recovering anything of the stolen coins. In a statement to CoinGeek, Dr. Wright, author of the original Bitcoin white paper, said there are many attacks against Bitcoin, but the reality is that these are targeted at false perceptions of how Bitcoin worked. The claims that Bitcoin operates outside the law limit the ability of attackers to get away with attacks and over time strengthen the system, because many people still believe that Bitcoin acts in a distributed manner outside of the law. They don't take into account the criminal activities remain actions of individuals, and that Bitcoin as an evidence system enables the tracking and tracing of any crime, allowing for all of this to be economically feasible in the future. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, they're all going to get caught. Yeah, they just follow, and the moment they try and, sort of convert it to, dirty dollars or fiat cash or cash out in some way, they're going to get caught. It's absolutely hilarious. Shitcoiners, shit for brains. Oh my goodness me. So let's just see if there was anything else worthy. I think the Cointelegraph was also reporting on Alex Saunders doing his dirty deeds. Bitcoin for blah 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 blah. Crypto unicorn, yeah. NFT marketplace, who cares? MasterCard shows 7 crypto startups for Path Accelerator. What a load of crap. XRP price skyrockets 17% as double bottom chart. Who cares? Like, honestly, it's just so ridiculous. Bitcoin price, Binance. What an utter load. Oh, here we go. Nuggets new CEO under fire over alleged unpaid loans and investment funds. Ooh, this is just usually a quick article. Let's have a quick look at this then. Alex Saunders, the popular crypto influencer behind Nuggets News, is facing a slew of claims he failed to repay crypto loans, along with allegations that funds invested in a new project had been redirected to a crypto exchange. No way! He's just stolen the funds. Saunders is one of the most highly regarded Australian crypto educators. He provides a paid service and has 140,000 subscribers on YouTube. Over the recent days, crypto Twitter has been ablaze with allegations that Saunders has run out of capital. Numerous individuals, including the YouTuber BitBoy, claim that Saunders personally owes them multiple Bitcoin, BTC or Corecoin each, prompting investigations from the Australian Broadcasting Corporation and the Australian Financial Review. According to the Australian Financial Review, Saunders received roughly $7 million from 100 or so investors seeking to back his forthcoming stablecoin project, Decentrabank, after he promoted it to Nuggets. Is $7 million. What an absolute arsehole. I mean, so let me think. Let's just, what would 500 BTC be now that I think he's lost? Here we go. $40,000 multiplied by 500. 20 million. He's lost 20 million trading that shit. Fool. And now he owes 7 million for people that have lent him money for this scam of a project that he sent straight to an exchange. This is outrageous. Oh my goodness me. So the forthcoming stablecoin project Decentrabank, after he promoted it to Nuggets News followers in April. The publication claims to have spoken to more than 12 investors who backed the project, with each estimating to have put in roughly $50,000. The Australian Financial Review reported that investments to Saunders' wallet appear to have quickly moved onto popular crypto derivatives exchange FTX. Oh, no way. The exchange's founder, Bankman-Fried, has indicated the team is already investigating the allegations. So he said he got greedy. So he got all this money, put it on FTX, and he's lost the lot. Cointelegraph has contacted Saunders to offer him the chance to respond to the allegations, and will update the story if he replies. No way. No, what an absolute scumbag. Shot through the heart. Saunders' public fall from grace appears to have begun after he appeared on a live stream with the controversial Hex scammer founder Richard Hart on July 19th. The pair's exchange became heated after Saunders advanced data from crypto data aggregator Santiment to argue that Hex's order books are thin, asserting its markets are unable to support meaningful selling pressure. Dear oh dear. After booting Saunders from the live stream, Hart took to Twitter, sharing apparent screenshots from private conversations with Saunders, asserting that he had begged him for 50 BTC loan and attempted to solicit a pre-allocation in a forthcoming token. Hart's post left Decentrabank's backers reportedly fearful of their investments, and many sought refunds. The Australian Financial Review claimed to have seen posts in a private Facebook group which Saunders agreed to repay his investors, although refunds are yet to be issued. No way. Good grief. Let's have a look. I wonder if we can see these. Oh, it's because I'm blocked by that scammer. Never mind. But yeah, wow. Look at that. Yeah, I remember reading that. The ABC's Wednesday report claims to have sent screenshots of dialogue between Saunders and an overseas hedge fund manager, which we just read, evidencing request to borrow core coin back on 2 different occasions, with the fund claiming not to have repaid the BTC it lent Saunders back in January. One of the messages attributed to Saunders reportedly said, sorry to put this on you, mate, but I felt like I could trust you. I'd 10x my FTX account, then got greedy, so he 10x'd it and then lost the lot. Oh my god, 7 million. The ABC states it has spoken to 5 people based in Australia, the United Kingdom and New Zealand. Oh yeah, I think we've read all this. Wow. Never a dull moment in crypto. Unbelievable, people. Unbelievable. That's going to be my headline. Right. I don't think there's anybody in the chat box. If there is, please put your handles and paymails in there now. I'll give you 8 seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5. Wait. Elvis Cool Cat in the house. Here we go. On the way to you. Ding into dong. Anybody else? Please put your handles and paymails in there. Here we go. Got this. Elvis Cool Cat got it. There we go. Swiping to send on the way. Hey, Reform 2 Mini Coiner in the house as well. Use it or lose it. Here we go. It comes up. Use it or lose it. There we go. Swiping to send on the way. Great stuff. Hey, KP Dad in there as well. Nice one, KP Dad. 72 on the way to you. KP Dad. There we go. Swiping to send on the way. All done. Nice one. Right, guys, there we go. Hope you enjoyed this show. As ever, be aware, take care, stay safe out there, enjoy giving. Can't wait to do this all again. In fact, while we're doing this, let's just have a quick look at how much the chain has grown. Just quickly. Check it out. What we were on 82.2 earlier. Literally just maybe a few hours ago. Let's have a look at this. Where are we now? 83! Oh my god! When did I... it must have been like 12 o'clock, so it was like maybe like 5 hours ago. It was 82.2 and now we're on 83.1. Oh my god, that's in 5 hours. We've gone up over a gigabyte in like 5 hours. That's massive. This is massive. Ha! Come on, let's have a look at the size of some of these blocks coming through. Here we go. 11, 4, 2, 58, 65, 1, 3, 1, 5, 67, 36, 95, 254, 254, 48, 12, 23, 10, 35, 62, 12, 160, 13, 9, 48. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Stay tuned, peeps. Stay tuned, peeps. Hope you enjoyed the show. Catch you guys later. Get paid for posting your pics on Relica. Download the app now at www.getrelica.com. Get your tweet etched on Twitch, forever on the Bitcoin blockchain. Do it today at www.jointwitch.com. BuyBSV.live, the best place to buy Bitcoin SV online. Support independent content creators on micropayment platforms such as Streamanity, Twitch and Relica. We should profit from our data, not the large corporations who track, monitor and sell it. If you enjoy the Bitcoin content that I produce, please support me by heading over to www.satoshi.tv, where you can keep up to date with all the latest news, gossip and content as it's created. Thanks very much. To get started in Bitcoin, go to freebsv.com, where you can claim your free Bitcoin. Then head over to Twitter and follow @IamSatoshi, where you can take part in his very generous and world famous free giveaways. The future of advertising meets the power of Bitcoin at Tonic Pow. Get paid for posting advertising campaigns to your social media profiles. Go to www.tonicpowads.com.